everyone, welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot shop. I'm here to do the new moon in Aquarius February 4th reading. We are right up on it. I usually try to get this out a little bit earlier, but we are 2 days away from that time period. We're also 3 days away or so from the Chinese New Year of the Year of the Pig. So because they're so close energetically and in time, I'm going to open this reading with the Chinese fortune reading cards. I'm also going to be doing a pick a card, for that time frame. What good fortune is the pig going to be bringing you? What messages does the pig have for you for that, for this new year, and not from that time period forward into next February? So I'm going to be using this deck in that pick a card as well. So watch for that. That's coming up in a few days. I hope to post it before or right on the 5th of February, if not, a day or so from now. So watch for that. I haven't done it yet, but that's my plan to get to that. So I'm focusing right now in this moment on the new moon in Aquarius. Got any angels, Archangel Michael, to guide and protect our time and space. And there we have undercurrent. They want me to look, so I'm going to show you guys. Undercurrent is love, and we see the two goldfish. And for me, the goldfish also represents abundance too. So there is an abundance of love. We have that number. This is actually number 2. And we have, challenges coming up, number 13. So there could be, challenges in love for this new moon. And it could be bringing that up. Let me see. I'm just going to kind of read number 13. Okay, so it's saying difficult situations around relationships need to be dealt with now or never. Like this card is saying that. And because love was in the undercurrent, I do feel there'll be something that comes up. It says, do not hold back or block your feelings. The time to communicate and get things off your chest is now. By speaking up, problem relationships could become better or released if there is no longer any positivity in the relationship. So this says, this card can also see you helping young family members through personal challenges, and time spent with your children or younger people will be challenging. Hang in there. You will be able to help them through their own private storms by giving sound advice and guiding them to solve their own problems. This difficult time will ultimately benefit your relationships in general. So something may be brought to the surface to be healed, right, in this time frame or from this new moon. I love how they have the dark circles here around. But I also, any challenges can be met with love. We can meet challenges in that space of love and understanding and compassion and unconditional love too as well. So that also brings and ushers in the healing. I'm going to read a little bit of the love, but that's the general message that I'm getting. So they're saying this is something that needs to be dealt with now or never. So there's no skirting it. There's no shirking it. There's no blocking it. It's just like facing this head on is going to be, if you're experiencing challenges in romance, love, or with loved ones, there is a need for it to come to a resolution and bring it to closure one way or the other. So this one, the words at the top, I'm just going to read it again. Gaining strength and overcoming obstacles will make you a winner. So there's strength and overcoming obstacles. Love says soulmate connection, sizzling romantic episodes, dressed to impress. And it says this is the time to really consider your current relationships. Take a good long look at your partner, friends, and family, and really identify who is supporting and nurturing you and who is not. So, again, that can be challenging when you're really really getting to the root of how you're being supported in relationships. Is it serving you? Is there a reciprocity in the energy? Is there a give and take? Do you feel equally supported? Do you feel like you're giving is equally or receiving is equally? So this is all going to be coming up in this new moon, they're saying. It says, be prepared to remove yourself from those who do not want the best for you, or who do not enjoy spending who you do not enjoy spending time with. It says, don't worry, this card indicates the best relationships with those who genuinely care, and new people who will be great connections are coming into your life to replace those who are not nourishing your soul. So don't worry about releasing. If you have to, release in love and light, release with the blessing for any lessons, right? Doesn't have to be done harshly. It doesn't have to be done in anger. It doesn't have to be, if you're releasing anyone, with resentment that you carry forward for the rest of your life, festering. No, this is a time to kind of make or break and release in love and light, or remain in love and light. So that's the message that I'm getting from these two. And we have 13, 14, 15 when we add them together, which reduces to 6, which is the Lovers in the Tarot. I just love to do a little bit of numerology there. I can't help myself. Yeah, but we also have, no, I'm not going to go into all that. I'm not going to go. This could be a much longer reading. I'm going to just leave it at that. Focusing on my spread, which I will put I'm trying to put a link to it below. This one came out, the Chariot, which is interesting. This came out in my weekly reading, where there is movement coming. We're being ushered forward with that new, that new horsepower, that new energetic surge. If you want to check out my weekly reading as well for this time period. I don't think I mentioned this. I didn't mention this new moon or the new year in that reading because I know I was going to be, doing these readings to cover those energies. But the Chariot did come out. What was it? How was it said? It was the manifesting that a universal manifestation of your own personal chauffeur. Is how the feeling came in that reading, which was kind of unique. So, Eight of Wands. They're really spitting out some movement here. This is communication, but this is also swift action, swift movement. Things kind of that were in a lull or stuck or stagnant are going to kind of move forward. The air's coming through. Spirit is moving things now. There is forward movement. Okay, so focusing on this. Anyway, like I said, I was going to put a link to this below, but my shop is closed. I'm not sure when it'll reopen. I was thinking early February, but I'm not so sure at this point. So we're going to see. Okay, they're saying now. Energies around you entering this new moon, besides what we saw, is going to be occurring. Doesn't say that it's going to happen. Like, don't think that you're going to wake up on the new moon and this is at your door. But it doesn't mean it won't. But it just means from this energy moving forward, this is something you're going to have to confront. I feel like by the 13th, in all honesty, because we have the numbers 2 and 13 here, which is February 13th. So I feel like by the 13th, for a lot of you, you're really going to be dealing with something that has needed to be dealt with one way or the other for a while. So, let me see. The first one is energies around you entering this new moon. And what you know is the Chariot. So it's that weekly energy following us through. It's the universal. This is like an energy where they're showing me there is this is what was in the placement of my weekly reading of what's being manifested, what was heating up on the universal hot plate, manifestation hot plate. That's where the energies were coming in. And your Chariot's arriving, your magical chauffeur and your, I don't want to say Cinderella ball kind of chariot type of energy, but sort of that's how they're showing me. It has arrived. It's pulled up, It's like going out in the morning to catch the bus. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Is your bag packed? That type of thing. So the energy is coming in to move you forward. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Do you have everything in order to get on that bus, to get into your car or your little Chariot with your chauffeur? Because they're here. So this is the energies around you entering this new moon. That horsepower, that magical Chariot, that energy is here to get you, to collect you, to move you forward. We're talking energy-wise. So the energy is kind of moved here to meet you, to usher you forward. So that's the energies that are around you right now. This can also indicate moving, literally moving, physically moving to another location, and preparing for that. This can be buying or selling a home, and energy's kind of working around you, dealing with that. But this is to take you into the direction you're meant to go on the next leg of your journey. But I feel like you're going to be feeling on this next leg of your journey, I feel like you're going to be feeling a lot more supported. You're going to be feeling like you have public transportation. You know what I mean? Like, say you didn't drive. This is like the feeling. Say you didn't drive and you were in a town or city that didn't have public transportation. Well, it was hard to get where you needed to go, right? It was always hard. You had to call somebody. You had to prepare ahead. You had to call for a taxi, or, you know, you had to plan for funds or whatever. And now you are in this energy where there is public transportation, and it's cool. It's super cool. You have a pass, you know, and you can get on just with your little ticket, and it's just so easy to move about now. So that's the energies that you're entering into in this new moon. Now, again, are you going to wake up on the new moon and have that, you know, right in front of you? Probably not. But this new moon is ushering that energy in, where it's going to be easier to move about energetically. You're going to be feeling more supported on your journey, okay? Healing that this moon is going to bring, and it is the Two of Swords. So definitely indecision. This one to me is just like, I've kind of shut off, you know, I don't want to look at this. I don't want to look at that. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with this. It could have to do with this, because this is number 2. You know, it could have to do with an energy of love, relationships, romantical, where you have been unwilling or unable to make a decision, to make a choice. So you've kind of just numbed off. You've shut down. It's like flipping a light switch on and off. But it's going to heal that, you know. And that can bring, you know, like you can say, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to deal with this. Or I'm not dealing. It's like kind of like putting your fingers in your ear and going, la, 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 la. You know what I mean? But it has to come, the switch has to go back on eventually. So it's like lights on, you know, the moon energy is kind of shedding a light on this now to be, even though we're in the dark moon, this is showing full moon. It could come between the period of the 4th and the 19th, where this starts to kind of accumulate and that's healed. And it's like lights back on. Any emotions that you've numbed down or off or haven't wanted to feel or deal with comes back up online. It's like feels like they're turning the computer back on, and all the circuits, everything starts to regenerate. So if you have emotionally distanced yourself from a loved one, or, you know, things that you feel like you have to deal with in any type of relationship, just know that all the circuits, like the switch comes back on, and zoom, you're back up. Because you may have been in this energy for a reason on your journey, so you can deal with other things. So energies can be working in different ways around you, which, you know, maybe not completely understood on a conscious level. But now it's like the computer and the light switch come back on, and everything starts back up like a computer. So that could be all the way up to, it could be over the 2-week period. You know, I think there's a bit, you know, there's a couple, 3 weeks, whatever, between the 2nd and the 19th. But this comes back. This comes back on. This comes back in. You're feeling, you're seeing, you're sensing, you're taking the blindfolds off, and you're dealing with things. Things are healing that you have been numbed down from. Yeah, they just keep showing it to me like a computer. Like you've switched the, what do you call, the motherboard off or something, and now it's coming back up online. So you're coming back online to the things that you've been, you know, not dealing with, or not, you know, not connecting to in feeling or emotion or whatever have you, whatever it is. I feel it's got to do with love relationships. Okay, what is hidden at this time? Knight of Cups. So it can be that emotion, you know, like shutting down, being cut off from emotion. Engaging with, this is emotional invitation, but I want to say engaging with emotion, but and it can be from, you know, again, if this has got to do with romantical energies, this can be what's hidden is from your partner. It can be that their emotions, you know, maybe they haven't shared their emotions with you. They haven't come from a place. They haven't, they may have been present in your life, but they may not have been emotionally present in your life. They may have connected to you on a physical level and not an emotional level. So what is hidden to you is their emotional, I want to say agenda, their emotional agenda. They're emotional, but not in a bad way, like they have an agenda against you, plotting against you. No, no. This is an emotional agenda, like what their intention, their emotional intentions are approaching you. So again, romantical, family, friend, whatever this is, they haven't engaged with you. They haven't approached you with their true emotion. And so that's what's hidden, okay? So what door is this new moon going to open? And it's Queen of Pentacles. So this can be, of course, wow, I'm getting like, I got kind of pulled in two directions. So definitely your finances. I mean, that's just a given. It could be financial gain, something, you know, monetarily financial. It could be any of these things. Maybe you're, you know, selling something and getting a large amount of money. Your Pentacles is a door that is going to be open. So finances, abundance. Also, where I was getting kind of like your own self-worth, you know, your own self-worth is healed. It's a door that's opening up. I mean, I feel that that's been healed. She's wearing green here. So I feel like you're already standing in that place, but it's like the door flies open. Around that energy, it's like, boom, it's like, here I am. It's like, what is it feeling like? I'm coming out of the closet, sort of, but not like that. It's like a celebratory when you reach a certain age or whatever, and they have like a coming of age party or something for, I don't know why it's, but it's like, boom, and you're there, you know. And this is the door, that's the doors that are open to your financial world and your financial stability, yes, but also that inner self-worth, pride in your self and your self-worth, if that makes sense. So this is the doors that are going to open. I feel both, but perhaps simultaneously, and it's not like the door to your financial world opens and for everybody's business to see it. Not in that sense. More perhaps to yourself and a realization of, wow, like everything has accumulated and now here it is. And it's like, it could be like it kind of snuck up on you and then all of a sudden you realize, wow, I really do have a lot of things to be, you know, a lot of financial stability, more than I had even thought of. It could be something like that. But the energy, the door that opens, has got to do with self-worth. I'm getting like a sense of being proud of yourself and kind of not wanting to be seen in that light, but willing to be more open. It's because I'm kind of seeing like an actual door opening and you being where you were behind it, no one could see that part of you. Being really proud of yourself and allowing yourself to be seen in that way. And it's kind of hard to describe the feeling that's coming around that. So I feel like that's the biggest message here. Not to say that your finances, your money, your coins aren't going to be in doors opening in that way, but there's that inner self-worth. It's like 9 of Pentacles on steroids, and it's like, yeah, it's that feeling. I'm just going to let it go at that, but that's the doors that open. It could be like 2 ways there. What is the best seed of energy to plant this new moon? Oh, wow, King of Pentacles. Which is interesting. We have the King and the Queen here. And with these two, I'm really getting a lot of healing. I'm getting a lot of Archangel Raphael. So I just want to kind of see what they say to me. Masculine and feminine. There's a balance here. You know what it's kind of reminding me of? Like fruit trees, where you have to have, you know, things pollinated in a certain way. We have something in more of a balance. Because if you don't have the right pollination, these are fruits that can't be eaten. They're really sour, you know, that type of thing. I don't have a lot of information about it, but I know, you know, like how they're showing me. Like things have to be, you have to have best seed to plant. You have to have two things in 2 ways like that. You have to have the feminine and the masculine. You have to have both sides for it to be, to create a new opportunity, to create that which is what you want to create. So you have to be in balance. So best seed to plant this new moon is a balance of masculine and feminine and what it is you're planting. So it's, masculine and feminine is action and receptivity. So really working with those energies in balance, in tandem. But I feel like for a lot that are guided to this reading, you have come into that balance. So whatever seed you plant already has those energies within it. If that makes sense. So I feel like there has been a lot coming into this for themselves. This isn't about an outside partner. I mean, it can be, because usually when we come into those energies and balance within ourselves, they, our outer landscape then shifts to represent that back to us. So it's definitely planting from the energies of the masculine and feminine in that balance, so it can be, what I'm talking about, not fertilized, but, I can't think of the word right now, in the right way. Like there has to be both present, pollinated. So the pollination can happen in the right way. I know it's kind of like a crazy way of seeing it, but I feel like whatever it is you're planting is already in the right energy to be pollinated, to reproduce, fruit in the right way. I'm going to put it that way, but you're understanding what I'm saying in a roundabout. So that is what I'm getting. I picked up both of these because I feel like they were both relevant because they're right next to each other. And I'm going to go back to the doors that open here as well, because now I'm seeing it in a little bit of a different light. Doors that open in the aspect of this being masculine and feminine. There's more of ability for you to be in the receptivity, in the feminine energy of receiving, whereas before you may have been more in the masculine energy, which means more of an action-oriented, doing problem resolution, making things happen, maybe a little bit forceful, and you're coming more into the feminine side, more of a balance of being open to receive. There needs to be a good blend here, right? So I feel like more of what the door is opening for this new moon is more of a feminine, whether you're a male or a female watching this, more of your feminine side has come online. So yeah. So the best seed to plant is to plant in a balance, and then that can grow in a more fruitful way. Let's put it that way. But I feel like I said, I feel like for a lot reading this, I feel like you have, because of the green here, I feel Archangel Raphael, I feel that masculine, feminine balance in between has healed, and it's just a given. You're going to be planting from that space of balance, so everything can be pollinated. I'm using that as an analogy, okay? Everything can be pollinated for fruitful, to bear fruit in a more positive, abundant way. Let's put it that way. We're a long way around to that. Okay. So the next one is the angel's advice for this new moon phase, and it is the 3 of Wands. So you planted those seeds, and this is a period of, I'm going to call it active waiting. This is more active waiting. This is more energetic waiting for your ships to come in. But they are telling you that your ships are coming in. Threes, to me, kind of always go back to the Empress, and it's your growth. It's that fertility energy and the things that, you are growing. Your ships are coming in, they're saying to you. So for your advice for this new moon is to not stop doing what you're doing, because this is the Wands, this is passion, this is action oriented. Keep moving forward, but I'm hearing expect, you can see that ship on the horizon. You can see it's illuminated. The light is there. Expect to see your ships come in. Again, it's kind of ending where we began. They're taking me back to the Chariot. That feeling like that energy movement that you need to move forward has arrived. Your Chariot is coming, and it's like they're at the bus stop again, or they're out there waiting for the public transit. Just know that when you step out there now, it's coming. There is public transportation on its way. Why this is coming to me like this to explain it as I have no idea. But it's definitely talking about that in the feeling of this new moon. So that movement is coming, but it's not to just stand there idly waiting. Keep busy, keep preparing, get your bags packed, that type of feeling, energetically or physically or whatever, because you may literally be moving. keep working what you're working towards, and just know that when you step out there to catch the bus is going to pull up. The ship is coming in. That's the feeling that I'm getting from, and that's the message that I'm getting from this reading. So, wow, that was a little bit of a long way around in explaining it, because it just kind of comes as, you know, like a download, and then I got to put words around the feelings and that. But yeah, love it. So I hope everyone has enjoyed this new moon. Happy new moon in Aquarius to everyone. I will see you soon for a pick a card for the Chinese New Year of the Pig. What else was I going to be doing? Not sure. But yeah, I'll be back soon. Angel blessings, oceans of love.